You followed Dexter for 8 seasons, only to watch him end up as a lumberjack. Today we rewrite that ending with a version so coherent, dark, and poetic that, trust me, it would have broken the internet. I'm reimagining endings, and in this video, we're going to break down why the original ending failed, build the perfect ending for Dexter, authentic, inevitable, unforgettable, and show why it would have gone viral and been loved by the audience. If Dexter ever hooked you, stay until the end, because I'll ask you to decide the final shot. You'll have the last word. Dexter wasn't just a crime procedural. It was a psychological study of a monster who thought he was human. Every episode balanced Harry's code with the urge to kill. The hook was threefold moral fascination, where we questioned if a killer could be considered just, the double life of Dexter, a blood analyst by day, and predator of predators by night. The inner monologue of Dexter's thoughts made us feel like accomplices, drawing us deeper into his complex psyche. When a story is built on a character's internal journey, the ending must pay that emotional debt, and that's exactly where the lumberjack finale collapsed. Fans were left grappling with the idea that the resolution didn't align with the depth of Dexter's character arc, creating a sense of disappointment. The conflicting emotions within Dexter were laid bare, drawing viewers into a complex narrative where his upbringing shaped his choices. In the official finale, Deborah dies and Dexter throws her body into the ocean, faking his death in a storm to reappear as a lumberjack. Fans felt that Dexter wasn't concluded. He was simply unplugged. Psychological incoherence permeates the ending as Dexter, who always sought control and ritual, retreats into silence, breaking his character's arc. The promised collision between identity and justice turns into evasion with the ocean. His sacred confessional, becoming a trash can. Symbolic emptiness surrounds the finale as fans express discontent with how Dexter's story concludes. The identity he once embraced feels lost and discarded. Many felt this ending left them without closure, leaving Dexter merely unplugged rather than fully realized. So what ending would honor his journey? One where Dexter faces his monster society, responds, and the legacy remains and chills us. We don't want shock for shock's sake. We want meaning. We don't want hollow punishment. We want poetic justice. Let's imagine that ending. Miami wakes heavy. Batista and Quinn start connecting dots, closed cases with surgical precision, blood drains too clean. Dexter too close. Not proof, but direction. At the hospital, Deborah lies dying. Dexter stares at his empty, blood-stained hands. For the first time, guilt takes shape. Dexter sits in his car, steering wheel like an altar. He could vanish, again, but realizes the cycle only ends if he ends it. He dials Batista. You need to hear this. Come alone. Batista hesitates, glancing at the files scattered across his desk, filled with unresolved cases linked to the darkness that surrounds Dexter. He senses this call could change everything. Meanwhile, Dexter waits in his car, heart racing. Each beat punctuates the silence filled with the gravity of what he is about to reveal. It's a turning point where darkness meets the light of accountability, the imperfect confession. An interrogation room, no cameras. 2 chairs, 1 table, years between them. Dexter doesn't reveal everything. He can't, but he cracks the door wide enough, the urge, the code, the predators who fell. Batista doesn't flinch. It's not shock, it's confirmation. Why now, he asks. Because Deborah. Because Harrison. This cannot be inherited. Batista stares at the wall. He has a murderer before him, and the man who saved lives. The law is clear. Reality isn't. The mirror, Harrison. That night, Harrison, sharper than Dexter realized, finds a hidden box. Inside, clippings, notes, remnants of ritual. He doesn't process it in words, he feels it in blood. At a deserted park, Harrison sees an abuser stalking a victim. He intervenes, not with speech but with precision. Not heroic, echo. Dexter notices a microscopic stain on Harrison's shoe. His soul freezes. The monster he tried to cage has learned to the bargain. Dexter returns to Batista. He doesn't negotiate, he pleads. I'll surrender, but one condition. You're in no place to demand. It's for Harrison. The word Harrison isn't legal argument, it's human prayer. The consequence, the prosecution stitches the pieces. The confession seals it. The media erupts. Miami demands closure. The sentence, death penalty. Not for a case, for a pattern. Dexter doesn't beg, only asks for a final visit without microphones. The last conversation. In the room Harrison doesn't fully grasp. Dexter looks at him maskless for the first time. What you feel, it isn't strength, it's hunger. If you feed it, it devours. If you deny it, it lies. You can only rule it with truth. or kill it with honesty. He doesn't hand over the code. He hands over the needle slides in. Clinical silence. Parallel cut Harrison at the ocean at dawn. In his hands, the clippings. He could throw them away, or keep them. On the gurney, Dexter gazes upward as if it's the ceiling of his kill room. The liquid flows. His eyes close once. I am the monster. In that moment, as the world around him fades, Dexter's thoughts drift back to the choices that led him here. The glint of the needle pierces the haze, reminding him of the fine line between predator and prey. The final shot. Option A. Ambiguous redemption. Harrison tosses the clippings into the sea. Close up, his eyes well with tears. Option B. Legacy without consolation. Harrison pockets one clipping. Turns away. Sunlight hits his face. He doesn't smile. This never ends, unless someone chooses to end it. Why this ending works. This ending finally pays the debt. Dexter faces his monster, and its consequence. We get catharsis. No cowardly escape, but responsibility. Harrison carries the legacy, leaving us with debate, not emptiness. Miami the law, and the audience receive a finale with symbolic weight. The ocean is purge, not dumpster. That's why this would have gone viral, because it honors the emotional truth of the character. Now it's your turn, option A or option B. Comment below with # Team A or # Team B and tell me why. If you liked this rewrite, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and share this with the friend who still hates the lumberjack ending. I'm reimagined endings, and this was the perfect ending for Dexter. See you in the next case. As fans gather to share their thoughts, excitement fills the air as various opinions clash and converge over what truly defines the perfect ending for Dexter. The debate is fueled by passion and nostalgia, drawing everyone into the world they once loved.